Hello, I'm Ilserwin and welcome back to Love Thyself. Eventually hear a murmur in the distance which grows to a distant noise as I draw nearer. I see some bright lights in the distance and a much more colorful environment. Cool! I step onto a plaza, a cathedral of green and gold. There are columns of glass everywhere and manicured trees and shrubs in every corner, and overhead an immense glass canopy. This must be the concourse. Why can't they just label everything before you enter? There are lots of people here, all wearing the same jumpsuits as we are. Probably fresh new clones, just like us. We fucking better. Even my jaded brethren around me are all murmuring among themselves in tones of wonder and amazement, as if talking out loud might make the wonders fade away. You sure? This way, please. The voice cuts through the noise effortlessly, and in a moment the conversation goes quiet. A Horatio has appeared on an immense hollow screen, inviting us to move along. Okay. There are more hollow projections in the hallway, leading to, what was it, indoctrination? Uh-huh. That sounds unpleasant. Dude, it's just orientation. Don't be so dramatic. Nevertheless, I follow the crowd. Holy shit. We meander through the corridors for a couple of minutes before we reach our destination. This is a huge room covered in rich material, from deep carpeting in the middle of the room to the paneled walls. There are long rows of wide, comfortable-looking seats, all facing a wall covered with an immense hollow screen. Okay. Low columns from arcades and run along the walls. Wait, what? Low columns from arcades and run along the walls of the room. It's beautiful. For some reason, I thought I read that wrong. Oh, hi. A Horatio in a red suit standing with arms crossed on a low podium in front of the hollow screen. It's a guard. He has a look of studied annoyance on his face. Once all of us are inside the room, he speaks up. May I have your attention, please? The crowd falls silent. His voice carries across the room, and even from somewhere near the entrance, I can easily hear him. Man's got vocal cords. Please take a seat. Go all the way through the row. Don't just hog the center seats. You'll hear me just fine from the sides as well. You sure? There's a bit of a rush from the new clones to do exactly the opposite of that. Oh, I'm gonna fit right in. Soon enough, a cluster of Horatios are sitting in the prime seats and preventing the rest of the file from moving along. Okay. Oh, for his sake! Go around the audience and find a seat from the other side and occupy the back and side seats if necessary. You overestimate us, please. I position myself carefully in a spot at the back. I'd rather watch what's happening and do my best to blend in. Yeah, we better. The Horatio in the red outfit seems about to continue when another moves in from the shadow arcades to the side of the room and climbs the steps to the podium. It's Prime! His feet echo softly on the green marble tiles. The red Horatio closes his mouth and deflates a bit. He kinda looks the same. This one just looks smug. The other one is moving pretty slowly, and from the envious look of my closest neighbors, I can only imagine that it's on purpose. Okay. He dismisses Red with a casual gesture of the hand and a smile. Red Horatio leaves the stand. Yeah, you better. With a grin, the second Horatio turns to us, his cape flowing in an empathetic demonstration that he's here and demands our attention. Okay? When he speaks, his inflections are slightly different. What? I assume that he probably spends a lot of time speaking in public. He's the Prime. Thank you, second-rate Master Sergeant Eric's B12. That'll be... Dude, you're just calling him out. To each and every me, welcome to Kappa Station. Find us in the cluster. Our memory imprints do not cover the last couple of decades, since the last backup was disturbed among cloning facilities in this quadrant. Therefore, a lot of information you know and things you know may be outdated. Okay? This is a crash course in what has happened while you were sleeping. Let's start with the most important thing, etiquette with regards to my person. You may address me as third-rank esteemed Grand Headmaster Ratchet. What the fuck is that name? Do we have to address you as that the entire time, or what? In settings that only comprise initial level and other station of personnel, you may call me simply Grand Headmaster or Master. I'm just gonna call you Boss. In public, you will always address me as your likeness. Okay. Provided that the honorifics have been properly given and received in a small setting, you may subsequently call me Sir. So what do we call you? He pauses for a second. Okay, now that this is covered, let us move on to secondary topics. Okay, first, your own identity. It is with a great pleasure that I deem you all initiates. Okay, More specifically, your full name will be First Level Initiate Megrez, since this is your facility of origin, and then your chosen name, along with your decanting birth and batch number. You are batch 21 of this administration. So, who am I? Who am I? There is a holopad on your desk. You may use it now to approve your suggested name or pick another one. I look at the holopad resting on top of the desk. Screen reads First Level Initiate Vegaris Place Holdius F21. Is that? Do I really need to be called that by that name? Wait, Place Holius. Dude, we can edit that! I guess... sure I could find something better. Yeah! I rake my mind for an idea. Could I randomly type in letters? Wait, no, I'll be stuck with that. Better find something discreet so I can blend in. I press the delete button. The words enter your name appear instead. I know what we're doing! He returns! The screen flashes green for a second, but after I hit the submit key. Okay, my name is First Level Initiate Medgar's Bill F21 now. Oh, this is gonna be great. Hope it brings me luck. It doesn't. If you've seen your past lives, it doesn't. The Horatio on stage must have some way of checking our progress, because after a moment he continues. As initiates, you need not address category X personal or unsightly species. Wait, what? You may not address category X personnel or unsightly species you may encounter directly. You may find the closest underlings to do that for you. Okay. So for all initiates, who's the underling? Be aware that there are many new species that have been added to his glorious empire. Wait, so we're like a federation? Is that what you're trying to say? We're actually allied with alien races? Xenuglides aside, there may be some more aliens around the station. Do not be alarmed, they should all be tame. Did we just enslave them? Generally, the rough and unwashed masses are kept away from their betters, but several client species are permanent residents aboard Capra Station. Okay. It is entirely possible that you'll come across their representatives over the course of the next few weeks. Should you need to communicate with them, they are familiar with our speech and will attempt to replicate it to the best of their ability. Most of the new species we have encountered have proven to be just as disappointing as we expected, so they're dead. He smirks, he flicks his wrist and pulls his belt buckle free. With a wave, the buckle lights up and reveal a small holopad. Fancy! Oh, he's holding it. Now for a brief overview of what has happened in the last decades. Relation with the so-called fledgling United Empire remain very cold. Okay. Representatives from their young leader, a male human called Zelavius, have refused vassalage under the auspicious leader of Horatio himself. Okay. Similarly, they have repelled violently several attempts at claiming outer planets of our empire. Proceed with caution. So they're the enemy. Relations with the robotic insectoid hive known as the Cravers are still an all-time low. Okay. They have eaten the last dozen envoys as well as the ships they came on. Okay. The colony of Heka has deemed lost after we had to vitrify the surface in the year 10191 after him. You don't know? Their strength would make a great addition to the Empire, but at this time we are not pursuing efforts any further. Okay. Similarly, we are currently not in speaking terms with the Sophan Republic. How many enemies do we have? The diminutive know-it-alls have recently jumped the gun and seized the system of ignorance and... Wait, this happened centuries ago. What? He flicks through the several screens on his holo screen and repeats his success. Dude! What the... How much of this information is relevant? All this information is completely out. Are you serious? Oh, dude, I'm loving this empire. Who messed up with the geopolitics database? I am surrounded by complete idiots. I swear, never mind. Wait, if we're all clones of you, does that mean you're also an idiot? He turns off the holoscreen, sighs, and continues. I guess I will be doing this from memory. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It might be a bit patchy, something that your own memories will definitely encounter too once you start living in your body for a while. Something to do with having millennia of memories of him. Okay? Moving on, you might be wondering why so many of you are being decanted at this time and for what purpose. This station is home to Horatio Academy, where the best and brightest of his siblings come from all across the Empire for further education. Okay? The best of this, in turn, get a shot at joining the other academy, led by a Voidian male called Isander. Okay? The Voidian. Life-sucking ghouls who live in a gigantic space arcs and prey on the defenseless souls of our brethren. Why the fuck are you sending me there? Except this Isander fellow, who fled them and founded the academy, a place that has grown into immense power. Okay? They have knowledge and mastery of dust. Okay? Your purpose, if you end up among the chosen few, is to go there and acquire some of this knowledge and power and bring it back to the glory of his empire. So we're stealing shit. Finally, though, why so many of you at once? Is it natural selection? Well, 2 of our exploration vessels disappeared recently. They contained the brightest minds of this generation, our best shot at getting the knowledge we're seeking. They are gone now, and just a few very short weeks before Horatio Prime himself is due to review our academy cadets. You're fucked. Horatio Prime himself is coming to Kappa Station, and we have no cadets. Oh yeah, we're initiates, I forgot. The shame this would bring to me and to the whole station would be unbearable. So you're gonna, crash course us? Anyway, you have got about 3 weeks to become these cadets. And how long does it take for one to become a cadet? There will be extensive training. Okay. There will be classes. There will be etiquette courses and lessons of the latest cultural dance. Why the fuck do we need to learn that? There will be no failure, or else. Okay? Now, if you have questions, keep them for your instructors tomorrow. Time for you to get sustenance and retire to your personal quarters. Sustenance. I can't read. Why? He turns away and walks out the same way he came, under the arcades and out of sight. Okay? This Artemis PO2 guy is something else. He's a prick. What a jackass. Guess that's how people are around here. Yeah. If I understand him correctly, I have 3 weeks to not only pass for a normal Horatio, but to become an outstanding specimen, worthy of sending on to steal secrets from a powerful alien entity. We're fucked. Gotcha. We're fucked. People have already started getting up when the other one comes back. Oh hey buddy. Master Sergeant something, I believe. I like this, Horatio. Attention please! You are now going to be provided with it. We know that, idiots. Follow me to the mess hall. Okay, I'm sorry I called you an idiot. Without waiting, he turns around and walks down the podium and off into the direction opposite the one we came. Okay, my brother and I quickly follow. Ooh, finally we get here. We're getting fed sludge, aren't we? Compared to the concourse and the room we were just in, this is a rather drab place, somehow halfway between a spaceport and a hospital. Okay? It doesn't look like a place to enjoy dinner as much as a place to eat. A place to feed oneself. Isn't that a place to eat? Some of my, I guess, classmates are already in line, and a few have already sat down to eat something. I can't quite identify yet. It's sludge. I decided to say classmates as I can't settle on whether we should be feeling any kinship towards one another. Well, if we're gonna be living with each other, we're gonna have to call ourselves something. It does feel strange to hear brethren every other sentence. I guess calling us cadets might be getting ahead of myself yet. Let's call us initiates. The headmaster's speech didn't really help normalize the situation, really. Yep. Someone bumps into me and I realize I'm holding up the crowd. I get in line. Why didn't you just walk past me? I grab a tray and slide it on the rail. There are some odd kitchen utensils available. I'm not sure what purpose they serve, so I comprise by taking a spoon from the lot. Upon closer inspection, I realize it's a spork. The future looks amazing. I like sporks. I look up at the people serving us food. They're all Horatios too, wearing some sort of jumpsuit and looking pretty upset to be here. They're in a cafeteria, who wouldn't be upset? Oh no! Rival music! Like and subscribe!